Okay guys, hello and welcome to my Q&A 600 subscriber special video, if any of that was in the correct order, which it wasn't, but it's cool. So I have a list of my top 15 questions which I get asked a lot, combined with the ones that I have been asking for through my Q&A preparation video I posted a couple of days ago, and I've got a list of them. They aren't really in an order, so please excuse that if they don't really appear to be in any particular order, because they aren't. They are just written down on a page in the list I found them in the same order which I found them in as well. Okay, so question one: where am I from? Plus, do I have an accent? Well, I am from Northern Ireland, and yes, I have a Northern Irish accent. Yeah, I get asked that question a lot. I don't really know how to explain it that more in depth. Trust me, the rest of the questions will be a bit more in depth. But I don't really know how I can get that any more in depth. Well, I guess I can. With the accent thing, it's not really a Northern Irish accent. It's sort of a mixture because a while back when I was young, I lived in Canada, and I've sort of got a tiny little trace of Canadian in there somewhere. I'm not really sure if you can hear it or not, but it is, which is cool. And so I don't really know how much I can expand on that question because that is all I can really answer for that. But I'm going to try and aim for about a minute per question, which is cool. So it's about 15 minutes long, I guess. So the next question is quite a big thing, which I expect it would come up, and it is, what are you planning to do in my new Thumbcraft series? Well, to be honest, I am not very prepared for things. With my new Thumbcraft series for Thumbcraft 2, um, one thing which I will be planning to do is go through all the new features over sort of the majority of the time, as well as when updates come out, I will try and look into them. But what I'm planning to do is a lot more sort of building projects in it. Hopefully, it will be good. I should be getting a new computer in about a month time, maybe a bit longer, a month and a half maybe, which should be able to handle a lot more stuff. Because the reason that I'm restricted to so many things is because I am running this on a laptop, which is not good if you're planning to make videos, because it causes background noise and things like that, which is not good. You can probably hear background noise in this if you turn it up, and it's pretty much all due to the fact I have a laptop, and that's not really what you asked. You asked what am I doing in the new series. So as I say, I'll be doing a lot more sort of building structures or building machines, which will be working on the mod. Now, the next question is, do I have any plans to install other mods to the new Thaumcraft series, similar to my last series? Now, what I was sort of thinking about the same thing when I was planning it out in my head while I was bored, and pretty much I don't think I am. I think at most, if I was going to have another mod installed, would be um, NEI or not enough items. Although I'm only going to actually install that if I can work out a way to get it on just recipe mode and not cheat mode. Because one problem with me is that I am extremely tempted and quite lazy. So if there is a possibility for me just to spawn in the items, I probably will eventually. I could probably control it for a while, but I will eventually start spawning in items if I have the opportunity to. So I try to avoid any opportunity of me doing that. So that's cool. The next question was a question which actually my friend sort of from school asked me. He did post it in the Q&A video, but I thought I might as well ask it. That's no relevance at all to the question, but I thought I might as well. So the question is, who is my most favorite YouTuber? And I'm going to vary this question a bit because I have 129 subscriptions on YouTube, and I do try and follow them all. So yeah, it's kind of hard. Although there's no real surprise to who my favorite one would be, and of course it is Ethos Lab, and I say him because that is the only one which I really, after a while, will not get bored of. Because I came into his thing quite late. I came into him on episode 60, which he's now on episode 160, I think. So, yeah. And when I first came to him, I watched from episode 1 to 60 within about a week, and I didn't get bored of him at all. I just found him completely enjoyable the whole time. But what I'm going to do is expand on this question a bit more, saying my top 5 favourite YouTubers, because I don't think one's enough. So I would say coming second place would probably be Pbat, or for his full name, Paperbat VG. If you don't know him, check him out. And I'm fairly new to him, but I just find he's such a great commentator. Because you don't really notice this while you're just watching videos, but when you make videos, you do start to notice all the like small details which people put into it, like commentating and things like that, and they do put so much effort to it. And I just find also that his content's really good. What led me to him was his 10-hour Minecraft video, which I'm not gonna lie, I did watch it all within a week. I didn't watch all 10 hours in one go. I sort of watched it in a space of an hour and a half a video session, sort of, because it was 10 hours long in one video of actually doing stuff, not just one of those 10 hours of one loop thing. It actually was 10 hours properly doing something, which is pretty impressive, I found. So that is very cool. And coming up third would have to be I have something stuck in my throat. 1 second. Is that better? Yeah, it's better. Okay, so coming up third would be probably Seth Bling, because I find his inventions are good, and I'm going through these quite quickly now. Coming up next would have to be I'm just trying to think of these guys on the spot here. One person I have got really into is Ant Venom recently, and I would say he's probably fourth, because he's again just such a great commentator, such a great person to watch videos with, and he just knows his facts, which are good. And fifth, probably I'm not sure. I would say Mr. Sneaky Mode, but I feel like he has sort of gone down in video status over the last couple of months, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because he stopped making World of Minecraft videos. He has started doing them again, but I feel like he's not really as good as he was, but I would say he's still pretty good. Now, my next thing is will I do a how to install Thaumcraft 2 video? And I don't know, I may do. It sort of depends on what you guys want. Even though this is a Q&A video, I'm going to ask you guys a question here. If you would want to see me do it, I would happily do it. Because the one thing which sort of put me off doing it was I did one on how to install Thaumcraft 1. And it did get a lot of likes, as in like physical video likes, although all the comments seem to be complaints. And it's really weird how to do these videos, because everyone sort of says, nope, it doesn't work, nope, no, it doesn't work, it's not working, it's not installing. And I'm going, it does. How can it not install? Because if I've done it and I've done it right, it obviously installs. So I don't understand how that would not work. So I don't know. But I will happily do that if people are wanting me to do it. And now the next question is, what are my plans after Thaumcraft 2? Well, as I said in a channel update video recently, I've got quite into doing tutorials. So I may do a lot of those. Also, what I've recently become quite into doing is those really short, snappy, completely pointless videos, like channel updates, for example, which is very handy and cool for me. And that is really my plans after Thaumcraft 2. Now, this next one I did really like, and the question is, if you could you make an avatar mod which adds the Home-tree Wood Spirits to the game, similar to the Thaumcraft Wisps, or whatever they're called, wisps. And if you don't know, he's talking about Avatar the movie, where the big blue men are here. And the question is, if I could make it, not if I would make it. And the answer to that will be no, because I cannot make mods. I did attempt to make a mod one stage way back before I made videos, and I couldn't even retexture a block properly, like as a texture pack. So that's not even a mod really, but yeah, I just couldn't even do that. So the answer to that would be no. But if I could, I would probably do it. But the really cool thing is that the other night, Avatar the movie was actually on TV, and I just finished watching it, and then I came onto my computer to see if anyone posted a comment about anything, and that was the first comment I saw, and I was sort of in an Avatar mood there, and I was like, yes, that is going in, because that is epic, and it is pretty epic. So the answer to that would be no, I could not, but if I could do it, I would do it, if that makes sense, because it is quite a cool idea. Now, the next question is a very good question, which I knew would come up, and there are two parts to this question, so I'm sort of counting them as two questions, but I might as well just count them as one in this bit. And it is, who inspired me to do YouTube? And there were a range of people who inspired me to do YouTube. It was probably the people who I watch, as I say, Ethos Lab, Ant Venom, people like that. But what really inspired me was just the fact of making videos I enjoyed. Also, you'll notice this more if you start making videos. But when you play without making a video, as you can see the video in the background, it's just so boring. Like, it's so much more entertaining just to talk over what you're doing, even if it's nothing to do with the game or if it's exactly what you're doing in the game. It just seems more fun. Although obviously that was afterwards when I realised that. But the main reason was I quite like to have an idea of just doing a series on something, so I'm not just playing aimlessly, as I kind of touched on, and that is mainly why. So it was sort of a mixture of watching people do it and me not wanting just to play a game aimlessly, which I was sort of aiming to do, which is very cool. Now, the next question, which is kind of linked into it, is what inspired me to make Thaumcraft videos on YouTube? And the easiest answer for me to say is I saw, or I made the review on it and loads of people started watching it, but I can't say that's true, because if you look at my review at the very start of it on Thaumcraft 2 mod review, I probably should state that first of all. um, I actually say at the start of it, this is a mod Thaumcraft and I am planning to make a series on it, because I talked really weird back then because I was really nervous. I'm still quite nervous, well, not nervous, but like I was really like I'm more relaxed, but I'm also at the same time not that good. So I try and be good, which makes me nervous, I guess. It's not really nervous as in I'm nervous to do it, but you know what I mean. I'm going off topic again, I do that often. But as I say, Thaumcraft, what kind of inspired me to do it was just the fact that I really liked it as a mod. Because I just felt there was a lot to offer in it, and as you can tell, it has offered a lot for me. Personally, I don't want to sort of put my name out there, but I would like to think that I'm definitely known for one of the big Thaumcraft people, because there are a couple of other small series out there which aren't really getting that much hits, whereas mine is, I feel, is kind of flowing a bit more. So hopefully, I think that is good, and it should be good. And the next one kind of is I didn't really think it was going to come up, but it is, what are my opinions on the equivalent exchange mod? And I'm going to put it honest with you guys, which may come as quite a shock to you guys. I do not like it as a mod. Personally, I feel it's gone, like, originally I did like it when I first saw it, but I feel like it's just gone too big. When I first saw it was in the Yogscast sort of review on it, and I thought it was really cool having to have all the potions and then you mix them and then you get like the chew, and if sometimes it won't work, it was more like alchemy. But now it's just sort of like every block is worth items, and then you get loads and loads of items, and then you can just spawn in items, and then when you really get quite high in it, which can be not that long, you can get like millions upon millions of EMC, which is what its currency is, and then you just like sort of spawn in millions and millions of blocks. So I feel like it's almost too much, like too many items. Also, I feel like it makes it too easy. It sort of it's not that easy, and I'm well over time now. I'm supposed to be finishing up by now, but I still have a couple more questions left. So I'm going to end it there, where I'm saying I don't really like it modernly, but I did like the original version of it. But I don't know. It's sort of it's a personal question, obviously, but yeah. So, what is my favorite part of Thaumcraft 2 so far? Um, I'm probably going to split this into two sections again, where I'm going to do my favorite part and my least favorite part. And I would say my favorite part is I know this sounds quite odd because it's sort of contradictory as well, but my favorite part would be the research, as in I think it's just a really cool idea, but at the same time it's so annoying because um, if you're doing a review on it, it's not so bad because you can just spawn in loads of diamond and show them. But when I'm thinking over it, I've never actually done it legitly, so trying to get all the resources and then when you fail, it must be annoying. But as a concept, I think it is probably my favorite part. Although, on the other hand, what my least favorite part would be is the taint, because I feel like it's almost like too bad in some ways, where the only way you can get rid of it is by putting it into the atmosphere or using it in a dark infuser, which is not sort of that efficient. And I would think it'd be cool if you could have more uses for it, then it wouldn't be so bad. But there aren't, so it's really annoying, I feel. And I'm going through these very quickly if you haven't realised already. So the next one was a pretty good one actually. It's what do I think of mod packs and texture packs, and will I ever consider using one? Um, well, I'll start with mod packs because it's first in the order. With mod packs, I feel I like them if they're not too overdone and all the mods sort of work together. So something like Technic Pack, it's not too bad because they do actually work together quite well, and I feel that they are quite good. Another one which is alright is Bash Pack because it's not too overblown. With it's like it's got all the weird mods, but it's not like it's like they do kind of work together in some ways. Like it's loads of villager mods, it has no creatures and things like that, and I feel like it does sort of they do all sort of mix together, which is what I want in a mod pack. Although things like the Yug box, I feel that it's just too overdone. There's the mods don't relate to each other in any way at all, and I just don't really like it. Like he sort of, I think the Yogcast or Simon or Lewis, whoever makes it, sort of just putting all the mods they like into one thing, which I don't really like. And the next thing is texture packs. Um, Sorry, I didn't actually finish that. So I would say that mod packs are good if they work together, um, and that's why I'd be kind of half up for them, but I would never really use them. So that's sort of my thing in mod packs. Now let's continue. So texture packs. What I feel in texture packs, I am not against texture packs in any way at all. I feel that they definitely do liven up things. But one thing that I'm probably not going to ever consider using them for is the fact that when I watch a video on YouTube, often if it has a texture pack which I don't like, I just generally don't like the video. Therefore, even if it's a really good person, as I mentioned Mr. Sneaky Mode a while ago, he started to use a texture pack on his videos, and it's sort of just drawing me away because it doesn't look appealing, and I'm used to the standard one, which I think everyone is. So I feel like if you have a texture pack which isn't appealing to other people, then they will not like to watch your video. For example, I think people like the Dooku Craft texture pack, which I think is quite a cool texture pack as well. Although I do know a lot of people who do not like it, so I don't want them to not watch my videos because they don't like the texture pack, and that's pretty mainly why. Now the next question, I need to cough again. Okay, so the next question is, do I ever consider doing video vlogs, and if I do, would they be daily or weekly or whenever? And the question is, or the answer to that question would be yes, kind of. I would. I'm not against doing video vlogs, and if you guys would really badly want to see them, I would probably do them. When I say yes, though, I don't mean sort of now. I would say maybe in 4 to 6 months' time, I'd be mainly wanting to do them. Because first off, I will need a camera, which I do not have, and second of all, I feel like I'm still quite small as a channel, and I would rather do video vlogs when I'm bigger as a channel. But the cool thing about video vlogs are that they seem quite easy to make. As in, when I say vlogs, I don't mean like big ones, but like sort of like lazy vlogs, similar to what Tobuscus would do. Because I feel like they are like quite easy to make. As in, I just sit there and talk about what I'm doing, which is pretty cool, and I think they would be quite simple and easy to go. And if I were to do lazy vlogs, they may be daily. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe every other day, maybe, because I am quite busy normally. And that's sort of that. So maybe, yeah, in the near future, maybe. Will I ever live stream? Live streaming is something which I would definitely be willing to do, but the one problem with live streaming is that I tend to have like a really bad internet connection because of where I live, and I wouldn't be able to stream well. So if I could get better internet connection, definitely. If not, I may not do, just due to internet connection reasons, which is annoying, but it should be fine if it's all good. So I don't know, I may do some tests and see if it works out well. And wow, 21 minutes in roughly. That's quite crazy. Um, and the last question is, what other games do I play? Wow, that's quite an interesting question, because Minecraft is probably the number one game I would play at all times. If I would play any other games, um, Portal 2 would be another game I played, as in I played and kind of enjoyed. A lot of people are wondering about the series and that. I have stopped that because of the fact that I couldn't record it for technical reasons, which is very, very annoying. So unfortunately, guys, that will not happen again. But I mean, apart from that, Minecraft and it's the only other game I play. I guess I'd play Mass Effect a bit, but I haven't actually really been playing it. Any other games would be things like iPhone games, like Angry Birds or Bloons or something like that. But as a person, I would mainly stick to Minecraft. One thing which is quite surprising is I'm not really into Call of Duty or any of those games like that, because I just, first of all, I'm not good at them, and second of all, they're just not that appealing to me. First person shooter games. I like Portal because it is a first person shooter, but it's a puzzle game. I'm quite into puzzles, not like jigsaw puzzles, but like Portal puzzles. But you know, it's cool. So that is really all my questions answered. The last one I didn't really finish. Minecraft is the only game I play really. So hopefully I'm not too vague on these questions, because I tend to be quite vague. But yeah, so tell me if you like this, and if you want to see me do more Q&As, I may do them. I wouldn't just do them for no apparent reason. Like, for example, this is my 600 subscriber special. So I might do another one at 1,000 subscribers maybe, or something, if you want to, or 2,000 when I get to there, or 1,000,000 maybe, only a couple of days away. Nah, it's not. But you know, I definitely would be willing to do more Q&As, because I do quite like this sort of style. And thanks for listening, I guess. So rate, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why you'd be listening to this if you haven't already subscribed, but